Hey guys, welcome back to this place, and if you are new, then welcome here for the very first time. I am Carmen, and today we are going to be watching Season 5, Episode 4 of The Expanse. I am so excited. I have heard that this is a really good episode. I think that it won a Hugo Award. Correct me if I'm wrong. So that's obviously a good indicator in its favor. I am just excited in general because I freaking love this show, and it has been a little bit since I've been able to watch it. And I'm excited to get back into it, especially after the way the last episode ended. There was the impact from the rocks that Marco threw at Earth. There was, it was not great. We're going to have to see what the aftermath of that is in this episode. I'm stressing out about my boy Amos because, he's still on Earth, even though I don't think that it affected him. Naomi got kidnapped by her son. Holden is going to embark on something with Monica, I believe is her name, and going after the protomolecule stuff. We have, Alex and Bobby on Mars, and Christian, is up to here in some shit. Okay. That is our recap. They're going to show a recap, if I remember correctly, at the beginning of the episode, because I think that they do that now this season. So, I don't know, you guys. I'm just really excited to be able to get back into this show. I have missed it so much, and yeah. I'm just ready for more Expanse, so I'm gonna stop talking and let's just get into it. Okay, so Alex and Bobby. Did they rename it the Screaming Firehawk? You guys, did they do that?
I used to have a rat.
Like an informer in your crew?
No, like
no,
a
an
pet
actual
rat.
pet rat.
Yeah.
When I was a kid. I named her Mouse. She used to climb up my arm and hide in my hair, nuzzle her soft little nose into my cheek. And she was so smart.
Rats are smart.
Yeah. I used to put things in her cage and she'd build the most amazing houses out of it. I felt bad every time I had to bust them down to clean it out.
This is one of those teaching moments, right?
Rats only live a few years. In the wild, it's rare that they die of old age, and when they do, they go out hard. One day, I woke up and Mouse was laying on her side panting. My mum told me she was dying and tried to take her away, but I demanded that I stayed with her until she passed.
This is gonna upset me, you guys.
No matter how traumatic the loss is, you only have so much emotional stamina. Even grief can get used up.
I don't know that that's true.
So we're building a coffin for our dying planet.
I went through the exact same thing you're going through right now. And when you come out the other side of this, you're gonna want to be doing something that matters.
I think it speaks to a personality type, but on how you handle grief, but I agree with it. So it is a prison. Is this where Amos is going? Is this where his mom is?
Amos Burton.
That's me.
All personal effects, including your hand terminal and any item of clothing with more than 7 grams of metal in it, must be surrendered.
Ooh, maybe he's gonna visit Myrtle. I doubt, but. Oh. It's not who I was expecting him to visit at all.
Hey, Peaches.
You're not here.
He is.
Yes, I am.
I heard you were on another world. How was it?
Kind of liked it. First, wide open spaces, clean, not too crowded.
Oh, it sounds wonderful.
Yeah.
Till
Till everybody
everything
started
started-
shooting each other.
Yeah.
Parasites began eating our eyeballs. Giant alien machines came out of the ground and exploded.
It must look like shit.
No.
Yeah.
It's the blockers.
Can't you take them out?
They said that surgery would be difficult. And life without it would be even less fun than this.
That sucks.
I get by. Why are you here?
That is a good question. I am curious as well.
People like us, the things we do, it's not just on us. This world is messed up, and it can mess you up. I was lucky. I had somebody that helped me.
Did you come here to help me?
I guess I did.
You can't let every stain comes out.
No physical contact.
What is it?
Lockdown.
Why? I don't know.
Oh, okay. I just thought that they were in trouble because he put the hand on the arm. Go outside, crazy guy. Excuse me? No. Let's go back.
Christian.
What?
The second rock just hit Earth.
Where?
Near Amos? Fucking answer, you fucking asshole.
Motherfucker.
Ma'am, this is Chef Casey on UN1.
I know who I fucking called. You fattened me up for years with macarons. Now, listen.
I'm so mad though that they would do that. Like, they're so fucking stupid.
Nancy, you have to listen to me, please.
Sir, I'm sorry she
No,
made me.
yeah.
The rocks crashing down on Earth are covered in Martian stealth composites. That's why our spotters cannot
One
see them.
person.
Why would Mars?
It's not Mars.
Finally.
It's
Marco Inaros.
Yes.
and I can prove it. But right now, you have to trust me.
Please, I'm so annoyed.
What do you recommend?
Thank
the
you.
Watchtower satellites are the only thing we have that can penetrate stealth. You have to link them to the spotters. That's the best chance to destroy any more rocks that are on the
Fuck
way.
you.
How many more are there?
I don't know, which is why you have to act immediately.
Retask the watchtowers and the Sentinel.
Thank you.
I've always admired your persistence.
I prefer to think of it as perseverance.
I'll bet you do.
Ma'am, get down!
Did they have time to retask the watchtowers? Like, fuck.
Zmia, you have not been authorized to slow. Please
stay on your designated approach.
What? Oh no, are they gonna?
Something's wrong.
They're gonna attack. Oh my god, are they gonna attack Tycho?
Get everyone out of there now! It's a trap!
Yeah.
Go! They're firing at us!
Yes, they are. They're attacking Tycho. But I liked her.
They're firing on us again! You alright?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Stay down!
Are they boarding? Are they trying to board?
We need to get into gravity.
It's in my quarters. Stop them.
What is the proto-molecule? Fred. Okay, guns are clearly not doing anything. You're wasting bullets. Is the blue fucking... Holden. I am very stressed. I can't really have it on this fucking floor. Oh gosh, Holden, don't get yourself killed though. Now I'm actually really stressed. Shoot her, Monica. Yes, whatever. It's not shooting. Hello, proto-molecule's just walking out. It's just walking out. Oh! Oh my god. Hold him. Monica, come on, pull him. Hurry. Thank you.
You lose. You all lose.
It's been 5 seconds, hon. That's a bit bold of an assumption to make when it's been 5 seconds. He died, didn't he? Yeah. What the hell are they gonna do now? You know, I do think he was just trying to do what was best. Felt kind of sad.
He deserved to finish what he was building.
A lot of people deserve a lot of things that they don't get.
The fight is not over.
Mm-mm. They think they've won, but like, fuck them. Oh gosh.
The watchtower's got to fix.
Okay. Oh no, is it going to Luna? Okay. Okay, they stopped it. They stopped that one, right?
Target has been eliminated.
My son, you did it. Oh, we did it.
Evil. Your moment of evilness. Evilness.
It's cool to see you again.
Is it, you creep?
All you've ever wanted is to see your enemies burn.
In some cases, yes, that's true. But people change.
Oh, you haven't changed a bit.
Some for the better, some for the worse.
You for the worse, if you've changed at all.
Philip brought you here on his own.
Believe me, when he told me what he'd done, I was as surprised as you.
At least now that you're here, we as a family can celebrate the greatest victory in our people's history.
Dude, you're fucked up.
Now this I did want to be a surprise.
Mass murder, genocide, surprise.
You did this?
It's everything we ever dreamed of.
No.
You murdered millions. Innocent people.
I freed our people and returned the dignity to the belt that the Innas denied us for generations.
Murdering millions of people isn't dignified.
You put blood on our son's hands, just like you did to me.
He did not make me do anything. I was proud to do my part.
One hit would have been a triumph, but after 3, the Innas will never perceive us as weak again. Naomi.
Welcome home.
That's not her home. She has a home. Thank you. And it's with people who don't fucking commit mass murder.
You were wrong to leave us.
You were wrong to murder millions of people. Okay, like, that's more wrong. I hate him. I hate him.
My name
hate him.
is Marco Inaros.
No longer will Belters be persecuted and subjected to the savagery and inhumanity that the Innas have been poisoning our species with.
Any transgressions by the Innas and the Free Navy will not hesitate to unleash the proto-molecule on either planet.
The society and culture of the Belt will begin again and remake humanity without the corruption, greed, and hatred that the inner planets could not transcend. A more human form.
You just murdered him.
Citizens of the Belt, Beratnas.
Today and forevermore.
Fuck you.
We are free.
It's gonna end there. Yeah. Okay. Honestly, I was really, really fucking tired of hearing him talk anyway. Okay, you guys, so what a freaking episode. Holy shit. Like, I was like, first, like you saw, I was like that for a lot of the time. I was not expecting a lot of those things to happen. Like, all right, we're gonna start with Amos because his was actually a little bit of the chill story in this instance. So he went to a state penitentiary, I think, and he went to see Melba, aka Clarissa, and that is not at all what I was expecting. I don't know, well, I know who I expected him to see. I thought he was gonna see his mom. I thought he might be going to see Myrtle for some reason. I don't know why he would, if presuming Myrtle is still alive even. He did have his bag, so that's questionable. But Amos could have also just taken his bag to be like, fuck you, after he beat the shit out of him, because, you know, why not? It's not like Myrtle really deserves anything, in my opinion. But he went to see Clarissa. Sorry, I got off track. And she's just living a pretty shitty existence. She gets the modification suppressant drugs, and she kind of just sits in this chair all day, and she gets food, and she gets to go to the bathroom, and she gets 30 minutes in the yard, she said. And then she goes back to this tiny little room, and it's a really shitty existence, honestly. And I can understand why she's in the predicament that she's in because of, you know, what she did. I do think that her changing her mind and helping them out in the end should be acknowledged, should have been rewarded in some way. I don't know. But it, you know, it just sucks. That's her life. And Amos said that he came to help her. And I think that that's kind of cool. Like, he wants to let her know that she's not alone and that there are people who understand her and that he understands that she turned out the way that she did because she didn't have somebody to help her like he did. And I don't know, just Amos giving a shit about people gets me. Amos trying to help people and trying to be the person that... Fuck, now I forgot her name. It's been too long since I watched the show, you guys. Hold on. I'm going back. Lydia. Okay, sorry, you guys. Who Lydia was for him, he wants to now be for someone else. And I think that that's really cool. And I am interested to see where this goes now that he's going to be kind of stuck in this penitentiary, right? So this is my thing. There was that loud noise and everything moved, and we know that the asteroids were hitting Earth. So I assume one hit somewhere close to the penitentiary. Maybe not too close, or it probably wouldn't exist anymore, but close enough to cause some sort of disturbance, maybe to pierce the building. I don't know. I just think that shit's going to be going down in this penitentiary. And unfortunately, Amos is like on the bottom level and he's stuck with all these people with mods and shit, you know? So if something goes wrong, which I think it's going to be not great. So I'm kind of worried about Amos and his situation and where that's going to go and what's going to happen with that, because Earth is like on fire right now, right? Kind of in a way, right? Everything is going wrong and shit's hitting the fan and they just don't have, what the fuck am I trying to say? They just don't really have the resources or the time to give a shit about this, probably, right? You know what I mean? They're too busy trying to figure out what the hell is going on. Nancy Gao is most likely dead. They don't have a leader. They don't have anybody to kind of lean on for support. There is like flooding in New York. There is probably mass shit and hysteria happening everywhere. There's a lot of stuff. So I think that this penitentiary might not be at the top of everybody's, you know, to-do list, their radar of like, let's make sure all of these dangerous prisoners are secure. Did that make any sense? I'm sorry, you guys. I feel like I'm not making any sense today. Maybe I should make a coffee or something. I don't know. Okay, you guys. I have had some of my chai tea latte with oat milk, and I think that my brain is starting to work. This is good news. Hopefully, I can now talk about the episode in a more, loud truck going by, nuanced and intellectual way. I was kind of fumbling a bit, and I don't know why. I just couldn't get my thoughts together. I think that sometimes after an episode, particularly one where so much stuff happens, it is a little bit difficult immediately after the episode to try to form your thoughts into a coherent structure that is going to make total sense to the viewer. You know what I mean? Because usually, especially me, because I overthink, you guys. I've said this before, but I don't just like end this video with my post-episode discussion and stop thinking about it, right? I freaking keep thinking about it. I'm like, why did Marco do this? Like, what is Holden's headspace? Why is Amos feeling this way, thinking this way? What is Christian's, you know, headspace, motivation, thinking going into this. You know, I'm constantly thinking about that sort of stuff because I am a writer myself and I love storytelling. I love to try to delve into the way that characters think and feel and why they think and feel this way. Like, I loved Bobby's story in this episode, right, about the rat, because I think from a character perspective, that tells me so much about her. Like, it reinforces what I already believed her character to be, of course, but it's just such a little kind of small scene, and it's this nice moment between these two characters. But I think that it's such a good insight into who she is as a character and the way that she deals with grief and life and just things in general, right? That being said, let's talk about that scene a little bit. Let's actually get into the post-episode discussion for real now. I'll keep all of my rambling about Amos. I might have more to say in a minute, but let's delve into the post-episode discussion with that scene with Bobby and Alex. Now, like I was saying, I love that scene because I think that it says so much about Bobby as a character, right? She had a pet rat named Mouse, which is fucking adorable. I love her so much. I want a pet rat and a pet mouse, but I have cats, so that would be a very irresponsible thing for me to do. But I think that it's really interesting that Bobby had a pet rat because as a general premise, I don't necessarily agree with her statement about grief. Like, you just kind of have a set point for how much you can grieve and then you kind of move on. Now, there is something to be said about the idea that the human brain and, you know, the way that our bodies work is that after certain lengths of time, our brain will forget certain details of certain things in order to help us cope with grief, right? The human brain is a freaking amazing thing. Incredible. Like, truly an incredible thing. So I kind of agree with it in that respect, although I do think that maybe I don't disagree with her premise, but just the way that it was initially stated, right? I don't think that there is a time frame for grief for certain people, right? I think that it's a personality thing. It is Bobby's personality to grieve and then say, what can I do to help? What can I do to move on? What can I do that is going to be productive? That is a personality trait that Bobby possesses, right? She can only wallow in grief for so long before she feels the need to be productive, right? She said that to Alex, essentially. Like, I was upset. Mars is dying, and I had to grieve that. And then when I grieved that, I said, what the hell can I do from here? Like, what can I do going forward that is going to be productive and is going to make what I'm going through not as hard, right? And I think that that is a personality thing. I think that that reveals a lot about Bobby's personality. Now, I think some people can wallow, even though I don't really like that word, in grief. You know, they can be overtaken and consumed by their grief. They can't get to that next stage of what can I do because the grief for them is so overwhelming. Now, Bobby is not that kind of person, which again is evident by her cute rat story and her talking with Alex. But I think that that's just, I don't know, like I said, I think that that's just indicative of her personality rather than, excuse me if you heard that, but rather than grief as a whole and humanity's response to it, if that makes sense. I think it does. This tea is helping. I also, in that scene, liked Alex's response to her story. I liked that he knew it was her trying to tell him something. Like, there's a moral to this story. What is it? You know? And I liked that he said that he would like his son to have somebody like her. Why the fuck am I getting emotional? You guys, I don't know why I'm getting emotional talking about that. Oh my gosh, you guys, oh my gosh. Okay, I almost forgot to mention, during the Bobby and Alex scene, did they rename the Razorback the Screaming Firehawk? Because, like, you guys, I don't know why, that makes me so happy. Like, the happiness that I feel it's great. Alex finally got to name something. And that is what he named it, and we love it. We love it. Like, I love it. Now that we have that little bit of, you know, grief analysis out of the way, let's talk about some of the fucking crazy ass shit that happened in this episode, okay? That one girl with all the little balls on her head, she was evil, which surprised the fuck out of me because, like, I thought that I liked her, you know? Like, I thought she was just, like, one of our like, I thought she was our girl. Like, I thought she was cool. Like, she's not cool. Long story short, also, Fred Johnson is dead. Fred Johnson is dead. Which means that the only person that's really out there to oppose fucking Marco Inaros is Anderson Dawes. Like, is this show gonna make me fucking root for Anderson Dawes? Like, I mean, I root for him over Marco because I don't think that he's quite as radical and fucked up as Marco. At least I don't think he is, unless he is working with Marco, in which case, like, fuck that. I don't know, we haven't seen Anderson Dawes in a while. If he comes back, y'all can mark my words here, you guys. If Anderson Dawes comes back and, like, kills Marco or does something equally, like, why do I say like so much? I'm sorry. Equally as amazing as that, I'll give him a second chance. Anyway, yeah, Fred Johnson is dead, and honestly, it makes me sad. I'm trying not to get emotional because for some reason everything's making me emotional today. But I kind of liked Fred, you know, and I didn't want him to die. I didn't want him to die like that. I'm curious as to what the hell Kamina is gonna do when she finds out about that, because, I mean, Marco directly killed Ashford and now indirectly killed Fred Johnson. Like, I don't think that Kamina is gonna be able to sit on the sidelines after that. Like, I kind of want her to because, like, she's safe over there on the sidelines, you know? Like she's safe. And that's what I want for her because I'm scared. But, I don't know. I'm kind of scared for her in that regard. But Fred, okay. I have some things to say to Fred. Why was it under your bed? You literally hid the protomolecule under/behind your bed. Like, you're a teenage guy hiding. You hid the protomolecule. I mean, in a way, it's smart to make people think that it is in this other place somewhere and to have it with you. I get that part of it. Like, it's kind of smart. It's not that stupid, but also it's like, it's kind of stupid. The better question, actually, is who did you tell that that's where you had it? Because they knew. So somebody close to you betrayed you. I don't think it was like the girl with the ball hair, because I don't think that Fred trusted her enough to let her know where the protomolecule was. He didn't even tell Holden where the protomolecule was, okay? And Holden is like hella trustworthy, you know what I mean? So yeah, now that is a good question. Did Anderson Dawes know? Because, like, is he working with Marco Inaros? Because, like, I might have to hate him again. Also, who the hell is in charge of Tycho Station now? I kind of want it to be Holden, but he also has other shit to do, you know? I mean, I guess not this season. But, like, you know, he can't permanently be the head of Tycho Station. I don't think that that's what he would want, but I don't know, actually. Also worried about Holden's family on Earth. Also just worried in general. Like, this season is stressing me out. It's stressing me out, you guys. Oh, okay. I was so briefly happy because Christian figured out a way to call the chef on, it's not Air Force One, but it's essentially Air Force One. UN One, whatever it was called, I can't remember. And he got the message to Nancy because her stupid fucking cabinet members were keeping Christian and the other guy, Lee? Is that his name? I don't remember. But they were keeping their calls from her. And I kind of take back a little bit of what I said about Nancy. Well, some of, again, what I said in the last episode, because I do think that it's very short-sighted for her to not listen to Christian, like when they were on the video call and Christian's warning her about this, right? Again, I can understand to an extent. But in this episode, I feel like she did the right thing, right? Which her cabinet members weren't willing to do. She was like, okay, here is somebody who knows what the fuck they're doing. We're in a crisis and I'm gonna listen to her, you know? And like, I was just really proud of her and I was like, yes, this is going great. Like, I'm approving of this. She's listening. This is good. And then her plane went down, I think. Rocket ship? Plane. It's a spaceship of some sort, right? Maybe also a plane. I don't know. Anyway, that's beside the point. Her vessel went down and I'm pretty sure she's like dead now. And that's upsetting because one, again, leaderless, not great. UN, I mean. And two, like there's something about her that even when I like disagree with her, I still kind of liked her. You know what I mean? Like, I think that she was ultimately willing to put aside her past grievances with Christian in order to listen to her when push came to shove, which I think as a leader you have to do. You have to be willing to listen to people that you don't like in this kind of situation because they can offer you valuable insight. And I'm glad that she was and that she did. Unfortunately, it didn't, well, no, it did matter because they were able to change the satellites. But unfortunately, you know, for her, I think that it was the last thing that she did in her life. But if that could save people, then maybe it'll be worth it to her. I don't know, you know. I'm honestly kind of sad that she's gone. Like, I think I have talked about everything else, so now I have to talk about Marco Inaros. Although, interestingly, I saw wavering from Philip in this episode. This is the first time that I have seen wavering from him, right? And we found out that he took Naomi just because he wanted to, not because Marco wanted him to. So in a way, he might be reachable. He also showed indecision when like Marco went, like there was a scene, a few scenes, but when Marco and Naomi are talking and like Marco walked this way and Naomi walked this way, he like hesitated. Do you know what I mean? I'm sure you saw it too. And so that's interesting. I think that, I mean, he helped kill millions of people. So it's kind of hard to be like, yeah, I think he's a good guy. But Marco is too far gone. Philip, I don't know, maybe he could be persuaded, maybe. For Naomi's sake, I kind of hope so, but I don't know. And now we get to Marco, who is a character that I very much despise. There's a lot of reasons that I despise him. I think that he is a brilliantly written and acted character. And I think that his ideals and his ideas make sense for his character and what he's gone through. But I think that his thinking is flawed. You know what I mean? And I think that that makes him a relatable villain because you can almost see where he's coming from, like where he got the idea to do what he's doing. But obviously what he's doing is really fucked up and evil, so you don't agree with it. But I like that he is a fully fleshed out villain, if that makes sense, you know? Like, something that I think The Expanse has done pretty well so far is to really flesh out the characters that you're not supposed to like, right? Like, even Aaron Wright, they had me kind of rooting for him. Now, Strickland, I never rooted for. He was evil the whole time. But again, he was coming at it from like a scientific sort of perspective, and I can understand his thinking going into it, right? Mal, who is a villain character, you get Myrtle was coming at it from a place of greed and all that stuff. You know, they just really, I think, do a good job of fleshing out their the villainous characters to make you not like them, but understand them, right? Because I think that there is something really valuable in understanding where a character is coming from, whether or not you agree with them or excuse their actions. To understand why they made the decisions they made is valuable, I think. Again, even if you disagree. So I obviously vastly disagree with Marco and all of the choices that he has made in his life. The only good choice he made was liking Naomi, you know, falling in love with her. Like, that's the only slightly redeemable thing about his character. I just so vastly disagree with everything that he says that it's hard to like pinpoint one thing that I disagree with. He committed mass murder on a huge fucking scale. He murdered millions of people. Millions of people's blood is on his hands. Millions. And he is trying to say like, all right, but as long as you don't retaliate, like, we all good. I just came and murdered millions of people because, you know, I'm the good guy. And as long as you don't fuck with me after that, I'll stop murdering millions of people. Like, it's such a frustrating thing, right? I've talked before. Like, when he waxes poetic about his beliefs and ideals, I just kind of get annoyed because his way of thinking is so fucked up, you know? Again, I can understand him from a certain point of view, like his desire to stand up for the belt. Like, they have had a shitty lot in life, and a lot of it, well, most of it, if not all, is due to Earth and Mars, you know? Like, yeah, that's true. The belt is consistently fucked in anything that happens between Earth and Mars. And that's really shitty. And I do think that something should change. And I do think that sometimes violent revolution is inevitable when peaceful protest is impossible, right? But the thing is, I don't think that what he's doing is that, you know what I mean? I don't think that genocide or mass murder is the answer. Ever. I think that what it boils down to is I am very much like Ashford in the belief that violence only really begets violence, especially when that's kind of your operating mantra. It's like they haven't been trying to do it any other way. I don't know, you guys. It's hard because, like, it's hard to explain what I'm trying to say because I understand that peace doesn't always yield the results you want if the people aren't seeing you as people. If you're having to fight for your right to exist, I understand that sometimes peace isn't an option. However, I think that there are steps that you can take, many steps before you reach mass murder. And I don't think that mass murder should be a step that you're willing to take. Like, I feel like that should be a fairly accepted thing, right? Mass murder is bad, and probably committing it is not going to get you what you want, and if it is, it's going to get you what you want in a fucked up way. And, like, I don't think that that's a controversial opinion, but I don't know if I'm explaining myself well. I just fundamentally disagree with him and what he stands for and who he is as a person. That's it. And I feel bad for Naomi. I hope that Philip can falter and flounder. Is that the right word? You know, he can change his mind before making the same kinds of decisions that he has been making. And I hope that Naomi can get through to him. And I hope that, I don't know, you guys, I know that I should not say this, but I just hope that Marco, you know what I mean? Like, that would make me very happy. That would bring me, like, Joffrey on Game of Thrones purple wedding level joy, if you get me. If you don't, it's a spoiler, so I won't go into any more detail, but, like, if you know, you know. Anyway, after all of that rambling, I do think that I am finally done talking about this episode. I hope that you enjoyed my reaction to it, and I hope that you enjoyed my rambling to it. and that it made some sort of coherent sense. If it did, it's thanks to the chai tea. Anyway, that is all that I have to say for now. As always, if you want, you can like, comment, and subscribe. If you don't, that's fine. No pressure here. Also, if you would like to watch the next episode, you can right now over on Patreon, which is linked in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Did I already say that? I can't remember. Until next time. Bye, guys.